Okay, welcome to my devlog entry number 5 on the third day of the GMC JAM 36. As some of you might have already read on Discord, I am actually going to scrap my progress so far and start fresh because I've been going at it from the wrong direction. So I was overly excited about the whole parsing arbitrary data that the player can customize and whatever, and I decided to focus on that first. The thing is, it doesn't really make sense to focus on that first because you still haven't really implemented the game logic, so you don't know exactly if the data structures that you're going to parse are the most adequate for the usage. And of course, you can try to parse them out into some feasible format, but without having that actual knowledge, especially on the more complicated things, like, for example, the interactions with the characters, which are going to essentially be dialogue trees where each choice will impact how the character feels towards you. That's not a trivial data structure, or, I mean, at least it's not trivial if you start going at it from the wrong direction. So yeah, I decided to basically start over, and I'm going to focus now on implementing the actual game itself with the characters and the interactions and the scoring at the end, the inputs, like all of the actual game logic. And I'll just externalize the data structures as they are in memory. So someone that wants to edit can still edit it, but it will be just like they were editing the raw memory. So it's not going to be the most user-friendly format, but it should still allow that, so that even if I don't have then enough time to polish the parsing of those files, at least it's still extensible. Whereas if I just kept going down the road that I was going, I probably wouldn't have time to even finish implementing the actual game logic, even if I managed to somehow reach a nice parsing scheme and data structure format. So yeah, this is the update. So I will now start focusing on the actual game logic, which I hope by the end of today I have that part finished. Since it's going to be mostly a text interface game, it's shouldn't, or at least I don't expect it to be very complicated to implement the way I'm envisioning it. So yeah, if I manage to finish it by the end of the day, tomorrow I can then start focusing on refining a little bit more how those external formats look like and how parsing them goes, and also focusing on trying to add a little bit more initial content. Although I am really bad at that part of coming up with different interactions, dialogues, and all of those things. So yeah, it might be that there's not a lot of content in that area, and the goal will mostly be to allow the player to just play around with it. But yeah, that's basically the fifth devlog entry, and yeah, let's see what happens. I am confident I can still finish in time for the jam, but time will tell.